Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome to this episode of Hot Wheels Mustangs. Just finally received some of the 2011 Hot Wheels Mustangs in the mail. And so this is not all of them, but I'm working towards having at least one of each casting. So one of each car type. So for example, I've got this 2010 Ford Shelby GT500 Super Snake, right? Now, so if this came in 3 colors, I would only need one. That's my goal. And the purpose of this video is just to open these on video. Once they're open, you can't unopen them. So these are, at the time of this recording, these are 11 years old. So they're not old. I started in 1968 with cars from 1968. Those were old, and I'm quickly getting close to the current year. So here I have a collection of, I don't even know if I can hold them all. These are the ones I'm going to open right now. They will then, here we go, and they will then be photographed, added to my website, hotwheelsmustangs.com, and then put in a clear plastic collector's case and put on my shelf, which maybe you can see behind me, in chronological order. So let's start with the 2010 Ford Shelby GT500 Super Snake, one of the fastest cars you can get in a Mustang. And this is in the 2011 New Models series. What's interesting is that they this year they started calling the new models something else. I'm trying to remember what. But let me see if I can find it. Oh, 2011 Hot Wheels Premier. So that's another name for that. So I think they were trying to come up with something a little catchier than new model. Not too exciting. So, all right, let's open it up. So some people online go crazy when they see something like a cardboard packet being torn open like this and then thrown in the trash can. That's where mine go, because they are highly collectible if they are in perfect shape and not opened. In fact, the very minute that I opened this, the value dropped in half. Do I care? Nope. I want to hold the car, spin the wheels, look at it up close, look at the bottom, roll it across my table. That's the whole point for me. I love the cars. I don't really want to just hang these on my wall, right? Now they're on a bookshelf, that's true, but I can take them out anytime. I can look at them, I can take pictures of them. And that is, for me, everybody has their own style of collecting, no problem. So nothing against those who would like, that would give somebody a heart attack if they saw me do that. So I apologize if that's you. This is a Ford Mustang GT from the Cars of the Decades series. And it says on the back, so there's a lot to learn from these blister packs for sure. So before I throw them away, I do look them over and see if there's any information that I need to put on my website. Because this is good information. This is accurate information. I know the car came from this piece of cardboard because I just opened it. So if it has information on the back, it's your opportunity to do a little research right here. It's the best research you can do because it's in your hand. And so it says, take a drive down memory lane 1 decade at a time. There are 32 cars of the decade's vehicles, including, then it has some. So that tells me right away there are 32 cars. And this may not be the only Mustang. It does not list or have room to list all 32 cars. This particular one looks like a 2005, if I had to guess, which was the first year they came out with this body style. And that would make sense why this would be in the 00s. So that is definitely a 2005. When I look on the bottom, sure enough, it says 2005 Ford Mustang GT. I recognize the body style. What's cool about this is the tail lights are painted on the back, and the space between them is blacked out, which is really cool. Nothing on the front. which is kind of a shame. The hood is a very cool black. So it almost looks like carbon fiber pattern. It's not simply just flat black. A lot of times it is, but it kind of looks like it has a little bit of groove to it, a little bit of line to it. You can't feel it, but that's cool. It's a nice touch. And then a black wheel with a red stripe around it. So very cool. All right, so the Heat Fleet 11 series. So I like that because you know it is a 2011 car because it's in the Heat Fleet 11 series. I'm going to go ahead and open that up, and then I'm also going to look at the back. This is car 10 out of 10 in this series, so that's something that is good to write down. And it says in 2011 there are 50 new models, 10 series of 10 cars, 15 treasure hunts, 15 track stars cars, 42 thrill racers cars, and 22 Hot Wheels video game heroes cars. So that gives me a little bit of information. It also says, you can't see this probably, but it says 100 out of 244. So that tells me this is probably car 100 out of 244 total cars for the year. So I will keep these until I insert any information that I think is important on my website and then get rid of them. So let's take a look at this car. This is a 65 Mustang Coupe. So a coupe is a hardtop, not a convertible. Usually this body style has an opening hood, which this one does. This has a really cool, very chrome radiator, and then the bottom is very chrome. That's unusual. They're usually not. Gold 5-spoke wheels, copper color with some flames on the front. Very cool. And so look at the bottom. All it says, really nothing on the bottom. So there's some numbers, but nothing I need to get into. It doesn't say the car name or anything like that. So, all right, let's take a look at this car. This is in the 2011 Hot Wheels Premier Series, not to be confused with the 2011 New Models Series. On the back it says, look for all the 2011 vehicles. That's all it says. Yeah, so I do like the artwork. I almost am, tempted to collect these because of the artwork. Very cool, but not cool enough for me to collect them. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. This is a 69 Shelby GT 500. Okay, and it is a cool blue, very sky blue with a white interior. Got a kind of a roll cage on the back. Looks like it's got painted taillights. Nothing on the front. Painted. White stripe down the side. Hood does not open. And definitely a 69. Front end looking a little bit like a Camaro. Just a bit. Back end, definitely a Shelby Mustang. So very cool car. Gray plastic base, and it says 69 Shelby GT 500 on it. So put that one aside. All right, so next up we have in the Street Beasts series the Ford Mustang Fastback. Doesn't say the year, which is unfortunate. I think it should always say the year of the Mustang, because who wants to guess? Right, so again, look at the back. It's the same back as one of the others. It tells you all the cars. This is car 89 out of 244. And so, again, that's good information and something that I will include in my research. It's good to have information. Hood does not open. This is also a copper color with white stripes. It also has a gray plastic base, and it says 65 Mustang Fastback. So it's interesting that on the blister pack it just says Ford Mustang Fastback. On the bottom it says 65 Mustang Fastback. So they should make up their mind, right? So gray plastic interior just carries over from the base, and the number's 289 on the side. It's got the Mustang, so 289 is the engine size. It's got the Mustang emblem, which is a running horse in chrome with red, white, and blue. And then it says Hot Wheels logo at the bottom. So good looking car. Really like that one a lot. So very cool. And then let's go with this one. This is a Mardi Gras series, and I've seen this blister pack before in a previous year. On the back it says collect all 6. So there are only 6 cars in this series, and this is the only Mustang. So nothing else of use from the back. Artwork, very cool. On the blister pack, let's go ahead and open this thing up. And this car is 67 Ford Mustang in purple with yellow flames and yellow stripes. And so you get flames and stripes on this car. Clear windows, and on the hood it says Mardi Gras 2011. So that's kind of cool. That's anytime you have something that has a date on it, it makes it more collectible and tells you right away that, hey, we're celebrating Mardi Gras 2011. So New Orleans Mardi Gras, and just bright colors and very cool. So great looking Mustang, like most of them are. All right, so I saved these 3 for last because they are in a small pack, small blister pack. So they went through kind of a time when, and it makes sense, you can fit a lot more cars on the shelf, on the rack, if you make these smaller, and don't really need to waste a lot of, so much space when all you need is the car. So this one is the Ford Shelby GT350R. All right, and this is in the Muscle Mania series. And on the back, there are all kinds of numbers that tell you things that I'm not going to get into in this video, but they tell you when it came out, what year, what month, what case they're in, and that kind of thing. And all that is interesting to some people. Not me so much. This is car 249 out of 250. Now, what's interesting there is, this is a 2022 car. That number caught me off guard because the other one said there was only 244. So this car is not a 2011. So I need to pay more attention. That one is in a newer. That one just came out. So let me just make sure that these other ones might also not be. Yeah, I think this one is 2011. I recognize it as 2011 because it says this is car 130 out of 244. And the other ones also had that number 244 on it. And I remember seeing this. This is a Mustang funny car. And we're going to go ahead and open this up. This is in a series called Dragsters with a Z. Dragsters. Trademarked Dragsters. You got to trademark something when you spell it wrong, apparently. So this is a Mustang funny car. And they're always open very difficultly the first time. So then that eventually loosens up. So anytime you get some kind of dragster or funny car, typically they will open. This one, pretty interesting looking car. It's skinnier in the front than the back. You've got sort of a wheelie bar, even though it's a solid thing. If it wasn't, it would break off pretty easily, so that's probably why. But one of the things I love about these cars is that they're heavy, that they're always, that I know of, come with a solid metal base, and they open so you can see inside. So this one's chrome, and then chrome plastic and solid metal on the bottom. Smaller wheels in the front than the back. And it says Hladek, H-L-A-D-E-K. Maybe that's a driver. I don't know. I need to look that up. Hladek. So that one goes in my 2011 series. And keep that. Lastly, this is also a 2022. So anyway, that just wanted to share that with you. It's always fun to open cars that have been packaged for so long, 11 years. Like I said, so I'll be shooting another video pretty soon as I have all of the 2011s cataloged and researched and put on my site. So check back. For now, Mr. Johns,